有，大家好，睇下先。我應該要開埋 game 嗰個，等等啊！呢個係咩嚟㗎？呢個確定。睇下先啊！遊戲啊！呢個咩月川生何 B 仔啊？咪癲啦！點樣生個何 B 仔啊？咩早晨何 B 仔？點解會同何 B 仔打招呼呢？你有咩問題呢？早晨祝福何 B 仔有病啊！同何 B 仔打招呼，好啊？咩生都好啲？早晨，黐線，食何 B 仔？咩扶他村啊？好啦，咩呢個可唔可以出街？我唔知喎，可唔可以出街？應該冇事啩。HoloLive 啲人都係咁玩啦，黑襯媽嗰啲都係咁玩啦。咁佢哋都冇 ban 台，佢哋咁大個台都冇俾人 ban，我應該都唔會俾人 ban 啩。I guess 。Hello， 你妹。喂，久違地讀一讀名先。Hello， 你妹拎 Come on James、Jackie Tong、小星星 Data、Kenny， 跟住 Clown Tiffles、中山靜、OGKG、Jackie Tong、租亮、黑子、小姨、Lemon 狗、Super Tony 應該讀齊啦，嚟啦！萬眾期待嘅何 B 仔，我呢隻 game 咧需要有少少咧英文觀眾嘅幫忙啊！喺度毛毛明嘢，點解你變咗毛毛明嘢？好 press anything 啊 ，acknowledge 啊，即係佢同你講呢隻 game 有何 B 仔嘅，你肯定你接受到何 B 仔啦，先好玩。哇，好大聲啊陰公！等陣先，我真係聾咗已經。O 唔 OK？ 而家咁樣應該好少少啊。咁大聲嘅何 B 仔，哇，好核突啊！Hello， 日期1明2024，冇啊，冇中文版啊。喂 ，Hello Lu 姐，嘈咩啊？你一齊買嚟一齊玩咯。佢好似有得聯動噶嘛？呢隻 game 聯動何 B 仔，哇！Hello Moonlit， 咩如 B 冠爾，救命啊！咩嘢撞棵樹撞跌個蘋果撞食啊？點樣食蘋果啊？吓？好核突啊 ！Hello Duffman， 你又買主線好感人添㗎。咁我哋係咪要一齊食何 B 仔，一齊玩何 B 仔？我哋搵次嚟交流切磋格劍。喂，點解相反方向？哦，佢未跌落嚟，可唔可以攞屎忽撞佢落嚟啊？可以噶嘛？老江湖啊，Lu 姐！哇！喂，食幾多嚿蘋果？點解何 B 仔要食蘋果啊？有冇人答到我？蘋果同何 B 仔之間嘅關係係乜嘢？哇！咩嚟噶 ？Go to the sandbox，OK， 去咗啦，跟住咧咩 ？No one will ever love you， 我知啊。哇，好多何 B 仔啊！救命啊，好恐怖啊！哇，好核突啦！我俾人欺凌啊！而家我俾啲何 B 仔欺凌緊啊！哇，好多何 B 仔欺凌人！哇，好
John woke to the shrill cry of his alarm clock and lay there, rigid, his usual morning condition. But there was another reason John couldn't get out of bed. It was the weight. A weight that had nothing to do with his muscles or fat or sweaty blankets. John was weighed down by a piece of paper. The invitation to his high school reunion. From across the years, the word
即係咧，佢唔想去面對佢嗰個高中嘅 reunion， 就以前中學嘅時候俾人恰啦，就話你 loser 嚟嘅，冇人中意你㗎咁樣。咁啊，仲有3個月時間咧，就要去 reunion 啦。咁我而家做啲咩？熄咗個鬧鐘啊！收聲啦！哇，鬧鐘啊，俾我用何 B 仔毆爛咗。嗱，咁而家咧就要去刷牙啦，係咪？哇！做乜咁多紙巾？點解會喺晒入面？喺個櫃桶入面嘅咧？點解？唔識 English 我都唔識噶。唔係 get ready to work, get clean。如果用個口嚟食嘢，係咪要用個屎忽嚟做牙刷啊？真係，我係咪應該冇？我應該冇估錯嘅話。哇！咁要點樣 get clean 啊？沖涼。哦，啱啱咁樣。OK，let's go。喂，未閂水龍頭喎，好似係咪啊？使唔使閂水龍頭噶？哦，喂，點樣閂水龍頭啊？喂，Lu姐，快救！點樣閂水龍頭啊？吓？呢個？閂咗水龍頭咁咪水浸我屋企。揀件衫着啦，着咩衫啊？綠色咯。呢個我點樣揀啊？吓，我加下黃色衫，是但啦。哇，好核突啦。OK， 嗰啲牙刷睇到痛。
First, he needed to clean up.
我要去，即係我要呢個咩？我點解會有呢個嘅 ？Clean dishes。咁呢個咧？呢個唔使理嘅。哦。邊度啊？哇！曱甴啊！唔得啦，我頂唔順。呢隻 game 最恐怖唔係咩？係曱甴。我屌佢黐咗噶？點樣 clean dish 啊？呢度。我唔識喎，點樣做啊？啫，點樣 clean dish 啊？點樣？邊度啊？邊度有得洗碗啊？喂，咁啲曱甴點殺咗佢啊？我想問，我都唔識啊！我揾嗰支粉紅乜嘢啊？喂，我唔係好知要點做啊！喂，點用何 B 仔啊？哇！救命啊！好失控啊！呢隻 game， 喂，點樣洗碗啊？呢度啊？ Oh no！ 我砰爆晒！喂，咁我唔得，我卡關啊！而家玩何 B 仔都會卡關，點樣洗碗啊？點樣啊？哇！救命啊！肚餓。我食咩啊？食個包先啦。哇！好核突啊！喂 ，How to clean dishes 啊？將啲碗碟放入去。喂，唔好連個菠蘿你都食啦，好唔好啊？唉， 點樣啊？哇！做乜捐入去？哇！煮埋自己何 B 仔。OK。唉，plan。哇！好難玩啊！得啦，懟唔到入去哦。打爛晒就當係噶啦。黐線 game， 走啦。唔係啊，都唔知佢 do what。好啊，好多何 B 仔啊！嚇 catch the bus。喂，邊度係 bus 啊
？One, he could pay his rent, and two, Barbara. Currently John's top candidate for his reunion date.
點樣啊？點樣 catch the bus 啊？邊度有 bus 啊？右邊啊？呢啲唔係 bus 嚟嘅喎。打爛晒啲碟，唔使 cash， 唔使 clean。睇下先。
John noticed
呢度。
peen waiting at the stop. He tried to start a conversation and did not get the reaction he'd hoped for. It was probably because he was a minimum wage peen.
喂，呢個唔係 bus 咩 ？bus stop 啊？邊度有 bus 啊？有啦，上車啦！做咩？我去咗 review 啦。返工。暴露咗咩唔係暴露咯
？How long had John worked here? Long enough to deserve better.
做咩？行開啦！做乜啫？做乜喺度飆晒？做乜嘢佢哋？咁跟住咧，依家有咩做
？But he felt daring. He could sneak into the office through the archives, or he could stroll through the front entrance with enough confidence to bluff.
好多何 B 仔啊
！John was nearly trampled.
翻到何 B 仔，哇！翻工啦！咁即係呢個位應該係我個位。
Everyone else was hard at work, grinding away. John might actually get away with this.
做嘢咯！做咩？
He homed in on John, deluging him with spit and buzzwords.
俾人鬧啦 ，John。俾老細鬧啦。
For John's failings, and gave him an ultimatum. Barbara，
喂，你鬧我，你可唔可以唔好親吻我嘅屁股？寫出何 B 嘅 Duffman。哇，我記得你以前係咪有中文名嘅 Duffman？ 物理比老細少。哦，老姐你好熟呢隻 game。睇下先，咁而家有咩做啊？我擺啲嘢上去，係嘛？喂，好難操控啊！咁樣點樣？
There might be a faulty dildo just waiting to cost the company millions in lawsuits. John would have to test them all. 喂，放手啦！睇下先，咁樣。哇，乜嘢嚟㗎？唔係，我記得你以前個名有中文㗎。你好似唔係以前就咁叫 Duffman 嘅印象中。呢個係嗰個叫咩？我唔記得咗你哋成日玩嗰個牌子，唔記得咗咩名。要 test 50下 ？What the？ 點解啊？阿 B 同埋蝦叉媽會會玩啲咁嘅嘢，哇！救命啊！乜嘢事啊？呢隻咩 game 嚟㗎？因為佢兩個都好混沌，我要攞急救啊！要攞啲冰嚟敷屎忽。It could have injured a customer as badly.
點樣 apply 上面跌落嚟啦 ？OK， 黐膠布幫我屎忽，又俾老細鬧啦。
Boss arrived and congratulated John on taking one for the team and jumping on the hand grenade, or in this case, putting it up his butt.
俾老細猛鬧啦
John
又。
was having trouble following the conversation because he was quite high on suppository painkillers. And then the boss said it.
升職，
Finally, the
公司
company
終於升職啦。
John's hard work and ignoring his minor faults like lack of talent, constantly.
有咩 talent 啊？試啲咁嘅嘢有咩 talent 啊？黐線個口會噴嘴大，
New office
我有房咯而家。
and success. John's success.
Make the space your own。
Sam dropped by. He'd heard John had been hurt. John said he was fine. He wasn't a softie to complain about a mildly ruptured rectum. Besides, he had a promotion to celebrate.
即係呢個其實冇嘢要我做嘅。OK， 踢波。
During a sports ball game. He'd given him some stiff
我要去翻呢個係。Go go 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 go！ 踢波，好睇過曼聯對曼城。攞個 pat 撞波得唔得？入啦！
not stiff enough.
吓，
They'd started at
喂咁
Flash
基，
product testing
一齊玩。
Nothing builds a friendship like
哇！
parenting. Yes, John had known Sam,
幾度？
but John couldn't hang out with Sam. He had a reunion
何必超級聯賽？
going out with Barbara tonight. He just had to ask her.
溝女要揾阿芭芭拉小姐，而家要去揾阿芭芭拉小姐。喂，做咩？哇咁，我嗰個咩中文嗰個説法。睇先 ，OK，go。
Everyone was quiet, listening to the presentation. A good moment for John to ask Barbara out.
邊個爸爸？邊個爸爸？
That's not Barbara, John.
嚇
Nope.
嚇
Barbara agreed. Well, she nodded. Sort of. Things were really going John's way.
有女仔河邊仔喎，有女河邊仔嘅。
John tried to act as suave as possible and listened to Barbara talk business. He didn't want to blow his chances at long-term love.
芭芭拉係男人嚟嘅原來。OK。
Barbara began to talk about monthly feedback figures, and John started to zone out, imagining him and Barbara at the reunion, a power couple. She would make his classmates sick with envy.
扶他河邊仔，
Get her to tone down the boring chatter.
食埋佢。
John's balls were gripped by certainty.
哦，發生緊啲咩事啊
Perfect date for the reunion.
？Show off your skill。OK。
John thought he would impress Barbara by going behind the bar and showing the bartender a thing or two. Despite Barbara's
Okay.
protests that it was unnecessary, John knew that a true gentleman should follow her home.
OK。
He
而
was
家
excited.
而家送阿
3 months until the
送阿
reunion,
芭芭拉翻屋企
he'd
啦。
already landed his perfect date. All he had to do was seal the deal.
食雞唔骨食。翻屋企啦，拜拜芭芭拉。拜拜。
Barbara thanked John for the evening and politely did not invite him inside for coffee or sex,
OK。
even though John had dropped some pretty obvious hints he'd be into both, or just the sex.
唔緊要啦
Door。slammed on John's hopes. He didn't understand. He'd laughed at all Barbara's pie chart jokes. He'd listened to her boring stories.
溝唔到女陰公豬。
John felt empty. How could he get love?
冇啦，溝唔到你啦，而家點算呢？ 有狗喎。
was missing something, some key to attracting sex.
佢想溝女上床，
Shooting blanks.
到底點樣先至可以溝到女呢？
Then it hit John out of nowhere. Stuff. He had the success. He just needed to.
佢要做一個成功嘅何 B 仔，
But where was
先至可以溝到其他嘅何 B 仔。
he wanted? John needed a sign.
嚟啦，有故事啦。OK，
A new day, a new John. He waited outside his local buttload store for it to open,
乜嘢嚟㗎
eager to spend his promotion bonus on stuff. The best way to
？Wait
impress
until
women.
opening time。哇！
If it was buttloads of stuff John wanted, then he
吓
would need
攞何 B 仔嚟
lots of cash.？
哇！何 B 仔可以換到錢啊？點樣可以吸收啲錢？係咪可以咁樣食嘅？冇得食錢嘅。哇！做乜嘢啊？
There's nothing like a rectum full of money to make a peen feel like a man.
喂，得啦，走啦 ，go go go！ 我有樣嘅喎，何 B 仔原來做緊乜嚟㗎？買咩？喂，卡住咗啊！哇，入唔到去啊！點樣入啊？攞 pat pat 入先。喂，唔得喎，點樣入咧？睇下先。啊！點樣企起身啊？喂，Lu姐知唔知？原來揀你，
Occurred to John that he was going to make a lot
食
of
晒你哋啲嘢。
and every one of those choices would tell the world who he was.
哇！食晒啲芝士。
John decide?
揀 sofa 定係揀張凳？
Think when they sat in John's home.
你覺啦，
Comfort or style?
揀張 sofa 俾同個女仔可以識太長。喂，點樣啊？點樣揀啊？揀完啦，唔係咩？點樣揀啊？呢個咁樣，點樣揀啊？Lu姐知唔知啊？死開啦！點樣揀啊？吓？點樣啊？點樣吓？掹斷佢？哦 ，OK 得。
John went with comfort. Plus, it matched the couch he already had.
有咩分別啊？兩套電視機？
John weighed up all the differences, but this was a tough choice.
喂，唔係，我想睇下有咩分別先啦。Hello， 安妮曼怨。唔係，等，我睇下有咩分別。我要咁樣撳掣係咪？點樣撳掣？撳，喂，黐孖筋撳唔到。我要點樣先撳到個電視機掣啊？哦，得啦。唉，瀨嘢，
John
自己
chose
斷
the
咗。
extremely, obviously bad TV.
救命啊！揀個靚噶啦，嗱呢啲 in 啲啊，女仔中意啊。
John realized that it was only 2 months and 29 days until the reunion.
咁要揀個鬧鐘，揀部電視就會溝到女，真係個腦裝乜㗎？裝個腦裝精。
Or a romantic
掹呢個 romantic 啊！啊
If
噴
John
錢
grew his own flowers, then he'd save on romantic gestures in the long run.
嚇，可唔可以唔要啊？算啦，嚇
There was
Oh.
nothing John could take with him.
點解何 B 仔有骨㗎？係啊，應該唔會嘅。
Except his coffin. John liked to get his pizza delivered. That way he could see
Oh.
the delivery peen. She always made him smile.
我覺得呢個 game 嘅故事
Delilah thought pineapple on pizza was gross. This way, she would never know John's shameful tastes. What bedding would Delilah prefer? John couldn't help wondering.
呢個故事到底嗰個作者設計嗰個人
Just like the regular
拍咗幾多嘢先會寫到個咁嘅故事出嚟
devoid
？Hello， 肥叔叔
of any sense of style.
，call 何 B 仔先人買定棺材。
John's toughest challenge.
唔小心同佢嗰個鏡嚟嘅白痴。
He bought an outfit without trying it on. It was a hula skirt. I thought you should know.
我點解啊？點會帶咗個胸圍嘅？
Music, the food.
嗱，
Should John go retro sophisticated?
嚇！要扮嘢，要用溝女啊，
John
黑膠碟
sure he could just pirate extra records. Every can was
係
made
啊
of metal.！
我就係咁講，你同我講一樣嘅嘢。
Of the earth, wrestled
藍色啦，
and
胸
smoked
圍定眼鏡？胸圍嚟㗎。頭先嗰個老細眼鏡係戴喺個頭度㗎嘛。
Served in salty water and stick them up his butt.
好啦，買完啦。
John's new purchases were on the way to his apartment. All he had to do was invite a date over.
好啦，溝女啦，要約女出嚟啦。
Stuff, and they'd be overwhelmed with sexual desire. John felt proud and also hungry. It gave him an idea. He should invite Delilah.
唔溝芭芭拉啦 ，Delilah 而家溝。
John was excited. Delilah was on her
啊
way.
Delilah。
Needed to set the mood to romance.
OK。music， 要點樣擺隻碟上去係咪？嗱，你唔好再亂撞嘢啦，我警告你啊。OK， 擺 OK。呢個點樣啊？點樣可以啊？係咪一定又係用 pat pat 嚟點火柴咧？我覺得估到啦，估到。喂，放低你嘅，仲有嗰度原來。OK，跟住然後咩話？淋水啊！太癲呢隻 game， 點樣啊？
John
哦，
hoped
得啦。
she didn't have allergies. That must be Delilah at the door. The door opened and there was Delilah.
Delilah 帶埋 pizza 嚟食啦，
Nerves and invited her in.
坐啦，咪兩張梳化咩事？
Delilah was impressed by his stuff. It was time to crank up the mood to seduction.
OK， 播啲嘢可唔可以啊？點樣？哦，俾酒佢飲，飲酒。哎呀，唔會嘅，沒事兒啦。
John wanted to offer Delilah wine, but he'd already popped his cork.
喂，咁我無妄之災喎。
Delilah started looking as nervous as John felt. He assumed it was because she was shy too. They really were compatible. Of course, at the reunion, he couldn't mention Delilah was a delivery peen. That would be embarrassing.
吓，
Delilah suddenly headed for
做
the...
乜嘢啊？
And just like that, John was
又
alone.
溝唔到女啊
Delilah hadn't even looked at his stuff.
！Oh no，溝嗰個咯。
Protection burned. John felt insignificant. He had everything he wanted. The job, the money, the stuff. So
Destroy it 咯
he wanted to
！Yeah，
shove it into the abyss. Die, couch.
大
His stuff didn't matter. He was a
拱
shark,
晒啲嘢落街。
a lonely piston pumping away.
咩
at all
show
the-
material world who is the boss？點樣 show 啊？
Why should Delilah or Barbara or any other peen be interested in
Ye-
dating him? He was just like everyone else and they could tell. John wanted to be special, but he had to face the numb truth.
我點解佢一屋都係 pizza
And
嘅？
all the money and stuff he'd ever accumulate wouldn't change that.
點樣 show 啊？
It would make him unique, but it just made him more like everyone else. He should leave it all. Get
走啦。
out of this little town
走。
and go on an adventure.
我哋走啦
See the world.
，see the world，拜拜。
Drone, but he didn't have to be.
我點解走唔
He
到
could
啊
be？a traveler, exploring
點樣走啊？
jungles and climbing mountains, He could visit the wonders of the world and get his picture taken. Like
有啲咩做啊？而家
the unspoiled
讀
paradise
L
he'd seen on TV.
Be gone, boxes.
That was it. John had to travel.
OK 去旅行啦！而家
Bags packed, John was ready to put 5,000 miles between him and his problems.
哦，俾個 passport 佢上飛機上飛機。
All behind.
啊 ，so sorry，空姐。咩巨人之星？誒冇人去生日去嗰個生日定係咩聖誕好似。OK， 擺個行李上去。擺啊喂，唔係擺我自己上去啊！你係咪智障？死啦，點搞咧 ？OK， 擺得啦 ，Go Go Go 去旅行。啊？做咩啊？做咩而家？哦，攞翻個 passport， 就啦。喂，攞啦，隻手傷金啊！Go Go Go！ 哦，嚇我都要上埋去啊！我嘅 OK。吓咁樣走噶？喂！唉，是但啦。
John was so close, he could almost smell the freedom of the skies. Security sent John back through the detector.
點樣啊？點樣 MT pocket 啊？我點樣 MT 啊？我唔明喎。你何必就係識噴錢俾你？喂，點玩啊？卡關啊！Lu姐點玩啊？Lu姐，哇咩事啊？
John had forgotten he had his nail clippers
得
with
啦，
him.
我以為出面先放到嘅，低 B 喺入面嗰度就放唔到啦。喂，你可唔可以行開？點記得？你幾耐之前玩啊？呢個好舊噶啦，呢隻 game。我都係最近見啊，我最近見阿哈查媽玩，我先至玩嘅。喂，你行開啦個 gap！ 佢點樣塞個指甲鉗塞嗰個 pat pat 度咁大個？救命啊！拎開佢啦！啊，得啦。我要俾啲咩評價？哦，咁你都差唔多1年前啦，應該。邊個係我啊？
John felt a sweet relief. He had left his worries on the runway. He was up in the clouds, on his way to adventure.
嚟啦，落飛機啦，去旅行啦！哇，咁樣嘅。哦。
John's adventure had begun at last, and clearly it was
點樣啊？
world after all. And also,
誒，呢個係大笨鐘。啊，點樣玩 ？How to experience wonder， 撞冧晒啲明星佢。點樣？哦，獅身人面像嗰個，你見到好多釘，吸佢啊！吓？唔係喎！哈利妹，你先諗到，我真係諗唔到啊！佢吸咗個大笨鐘入隻 pet 度啊！Oh no！ 佢真係吸咗幾多嘢個設計嗰個人。拍咗幾多嘢 ？What the？ 咁呢個咧，吸獅身人面像得唔得？冇嘅。哇！要吸幾多個啊？要吸13個，黐線！我點樣吸呢個係咩？印度嗰個咩？一時間太機靈係 YouTube 啲人喺後面望住我，跌咗落海添。
John was having fun, But something told him he needed to go home. Probably his empty bank account.
OK， 翻屋企啦。
John was on his
變態先諗到呢隻 game。
but money can't buy love.
港女何 B 仔。
Can buy are the experiences that had made John a more interesting and developed person, with 100 Butstagram photos to prove it. Finally, everything was going smoothly.
有病。
John felt good to be back on the familiar ground of home, but he would feel better to be on the familiar mattress of home.
翻屋企啦，攞翻個篋。喂，邊個篋係我㗎？我唔記得咗啦，已經。哇，點解有隻狗喺度嘅？邊個篋係我㗎？呢個？係我㗎呢個，我認到喎。走啦！卡住咗啊！行啦！噔噔噔，攞住個篋走，行開啦 ！Arrivals。
John's swell of fresh optimism. Traveling was exhausting, and he just really wanted to.
拜拜，中山定早頭。有巴士啦，有巴士啦！煮，喂上啦！OK， 上咗。點解啊？點解重複咗嘅？點解？突然間？邊個 locker 係我㗎？咩 dick face 唔好揀嗰個啦，咁佢拍落嚟咁點算？我硬係覺得佢會拍落嚟，會好似 Resident Evil 咁樣。噔噔噔噔，睇嚟真係要俾佢拍一鑊喎。喺度 get 飽啦，冇見。OK， 有情信收。哦，去佢個 locker， 去女仔個 locker。咁邊個先係佢 locker？ 哦，喺嗰度。嚟緊啦！嚟緊啦！嚟緊啦！嚟緊啦！啊 ！No one will ever love you， 又係回想緊細個俾人恰。哇！救命！又發惡夢。哦，呢隻 game 都好混沌啊！救命！
John's stress about getting a date for the reunion was making him think of her. Harmony. He hadn't seen her in years. Would she be at the reunion? John shook off the thought. He wasn't a child. He was a fully grown penis.
去到要就嚟 review 啦，返工。點解有個嘢喐緊㗎？
John's butt started to buzz. Had he left a vibrator up there? Whatever it was, he should get it out.
呢個
John's old phone. They really were indestructible. It was Sam calling.
聽咯，點解唔聽？點樣聽電話？點聽電話？又攞個屎忽嚟聽電話。
He wanted to
得啦。
check in on him. The travel looked fun, but it was so sudden. Was John okay? Sam was such a softie, always worrying about feelings. John had only one feeling, and it was the feeling of being awesome. He could drop Sam a text, but John was on a mission. The reunion was getting closer, and he had to get a date.
關咩事啫？你要去 reunion？ 去 reunion 同你要溝個女仔去上床有乜關係？到底
John held his breath. He was about to meet his match. He had to reassure himself he could do this.
係
Good job. He had nice stuff. He had traveled. He was ready to find love.
find love。哦，揾 perfect match 哦。
Where all his
OK，
travel
我哋要玩呢個叫咩 Tinder 係咪？
hot.
唔要呢個 Circle of Love 呢個算唔算啊？又唔算啊？
Sexy.
哇
Too short.
！Real 大女威啲，個個都有，可唔可以大女 Real 嘅咩？真係唔知喎，我冇試過 Real。
Very hot.
哦，向右係。
Not enough foreskin.
哦，OK， 向右係得㗎，原來。咁向左就係唔要啊！我真係唔識喎。左唔要呢個。
Yep, the pick of the pack.
唔啱，唔要呢個，唔要呢個。Follow me, but Instagram. Beat. Many hours later.
Yes.
哦，
John had the pick of the pack.
Amanda 22歲。
John valued honesty in a date, but he had been expecting a different kind of dirty. A sexy and much more hygienic kind.
What？ 等陣，我發覺 game 聲原來一路都好細。OK。Looking for love.
John
OK。
thought that getting circumcised once was enough.
我要着呢個先。OK。咁點樣企上去啊？喂，咪住，點樣企上去啊 ？No no 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 how to 企？點樣企啊？點樣企啊？點樣企啊？啊！啊！
Nice. It'll be okay, John. Chicks dig scars. I hope. After the reattachment surgery, the doctors had told John. So he did, for 6 hours.
邊個係我啊？哦。OK， 美國人最中意嗰啲
John was in stitches.
喺度睇嗰啲 talk show 啊。攞個花，去邊一戶啊？喂，攞啦！何 B 仔雙金啊！哦，唔係呢度咩？哦，即係淨係呢一戶啫。OK，let's go。即係喂
Karen had invited John
Karen?
straight over. She was not fooling around. Very exciting. And now she wanted him round the back.
OK，佢後面哇！
Karen let John know that the cake was only for the kids. So was the candy. And the piñata. And that she'd be back in 1 hour.
Look after 佢，哇！佢好多仔女 ，MILF 嚟呢個，喂乖啦細路，乖，玩下好啦，臭細路 ，BBJ 真正嘅何 B 仔，點樣 look after 啊？冇得 look after 嘅喎，就咁嘅啫喎，哎得啦，冇事啦，我瞓晒啦，啲何 B 仔 ，BBJ Melody。點啊？
John laughed at Melody's hilarious bullfrog story. She was adorable. Everything was going perfectly.
哇！ 哇，好慘啊
John
，John，
never saw Melanie again.
好慘啊，John。
So far, Weena had been a parade of weirdos and rejections. If this date didn't work out, John vowed to give it up. But maybe this time, maybe today would be
最後一條
his
女啦，
day.
阿 John 話如果再溝唔到女咧，我就唔溝啦咁樣。OK，go go go go。
Sharona sighed and said, "You'll do."
嚇結婚啦，咁就突然間咁突然，喂做乜掉蛋糕啊？哦唔係掉酒杯。
John felt a little underdressed and a lot overwhelmed. He was surrounded by strangers, and
唔
Sharona
係結
was
婚，
glaring
去食
at the
飯啫。
muscular groom. At least John hadn't missed out on the cake. John realized that Sharona had only brought him to create some penis envy. What a terrible plan.
嚇！即係佢帶阿 John 去咧，只不過係想
John got excited.
show off 啫，
They were going to cut
去人哋婚禮，咁啊去 show off 一下自己有仔啦咁
That
解
she launched herself at the newlyweds.
嚇！佢搞事喎，佢
Suddenly
踩台喎。
penises were up and yelling, "No, he's mine!" It was a no-holds-barred cockfight.
黐孖筋啊！哇咩婚禮啊！哇血先到知結門啊！而家哦 no 啊！啲河邊真係俾人斬斷緊啊！個新郎黐線㗎 ！What the hell is going on？ 走啊！啊！新郎癲㗎，走啊！唔好返轉頭啊！走啊！走啊！走啊！
John dodged flying glasses and cake. He felt a stab of envy. The groom had dozens of penises after him, and John had none. It was just wrong.
個新郎 short 㗎，白卡㗎，走啊走啊走啊！哇救命啊！大刀會，唉你去醫人啦，唔關我事嘅，我走啦。可唔可以上車㗎？冇得上車，有冇啊？冇。我點樣啊？點樣完啊？哦，咁樣
John
繼續
left the
行。
screams and explosions behind him. It was a disastrous end to
好
his
啦，佢唔
online
再上網
dating.
溝女啦，而家 John，
He had
佢後
tried
悔啦。
everything, and it just wasn't good enough. Swans was so simple. If you
佢而
gave
家
them bread,
鍾意咗
they
天鵝啦
liked you. But you
Swan
can't take a
song
swan
呢
to
個
a reunion.
好 sad 啊！點解會有隻 Twitter 着喺上面？會唔會有車？我咪一行出有車撞我！哇！我就估到啦！喂！過啦！哇，好彩啫！哇，想返屋企都唔
John
係咁
wanted
容
what
易。
that groom had. Love. Real love. The kind that makes penises
哦，多謝你啊，小號。喂，上到車喎，咁樣嗬，咁都得。加油啊，小號 ！Take a shower，點解會帶一隻天鵝返嚟嘅咧 ？OK，
Days later, the question was still bugging John.
係啦。
Why was so
到底
many
點樣
penises
先可
in
以
love
溝
with
到
the
女
groom?
咧？而家就嚟要
No one
review
loved
咯喎，讀 L 啊而家係。唉 ，do the dishes，
It
打爛
wasn't
晒
fair.
啊！
John
唔做啦
deserved attention. He had money and Butstagram pics of his adventures. He even still had quite a lot of stuff. What did that penis have that John didn't?
黐線嘅呢隻 game，哇啲嘢爛晒啦，係啦，搞掂。Watch some TV，OK，睇做 gym，即係佢而家想做 gym 啦，
Then
見到個
That
TV，
penis was so strong and hard. That's what everyone wanted. That's what John wasn't. That's what John had to be to find love. It was time to hit the gym.
瞓覺，跟住就去第二日去做 gym 啦，要成為一隻大隻嘅河 B 仔。
John arrived at his local gym. A part of him couldn't believe he was here. He just wasn't a gym penis.
Gym
But John had tried everything
Gym
else.
界何
If he
B
wanted to
仔
get the perfect date, he'd need to sign up.
又要
Sam?
等到佢。
What was he doing
咦
here?？
阿 Sam 都嚟
Of
做
course, Sam
做
was
gym。
married. John's theory was right.
我要食
You get
雞肉
muscles,
嘅何
you
B
get
仔
love.。
如果唔係唔夠蛋白
Out
質啊
of
嘛？
nowhere, Sam asked John how he was doing. Really doing. For a moment, John wanted to be honest, but he didn't come to gym to be a softie.
點樣企起身啊？有冇人知？
To get
點樣可以？
hard.
唉，得啦，開門啦，入屋啦。Redemption。
It was John's first time in a gym since school. He tried not to read too much into that.
Get a
John had
membership.
2 options. He could try month by month, or if he signed the 10-year Big Muscles Big Savings
係
contract,
做少
he'd
少
get a
算啦
easy squeezy water bottle.
下下一嘢就
John only needed muscles for the reunion.
係啦，
After
係啦。
that, he wouldn't care.
佢話我去完個 review 之後咧，我就唔 care 噶啦，所以咧嗰個就淨係簽咗唔知一短時間
The
約就算。
gym's clean peen pool policy meant that John would have to do something he had never done before. Get naked in front of strangers. Maybe he could set a record for speediest cleanse.
點解有啲喺度瞓咗
John
覺？
pretended he was alone and not surrounded by wrinkly wet cocks.
我要除衫啊！點樣除衫？呢度邊度除衫啊？點樣除衫？唔識除衫，有冇人知？呢度
John decided to take the risk that no one was enforcing the clean peen policy. Sam enthusiastically greeted John and offered to show him around, obviously not realizing that John was a natural athlete.
哦 OK
Pool was
嗱，
like
川寶最
baptism.
中意游水啦。
Icy water washing away John's flabby flab. He found his stroke
咁係咪兩次啊？
gliding through the water like an eel with large
又識得游水嘅
unfeigned
何 B 仔
testicles.。This wasn't hard. John couldn't believe peens actually got gold medals just for splashing around. Maybe he could become an Olympian.
哦，好似就嚟唔夠氣咁款，越游越慢啊！阿 John，
He was slowing down a
咁
bit,
呢隻
flailing a bit. But John pushed on, knowing that looking good in a Speedo was the only thing that could save him from an empty existence.
何 B 仔俾啲掙扎，冇氣啊！點解佢唔計嘅？哇！哪兒來的 B 啊？
John wanted to take a break. Forever. The pool was not his friend. It was not the blissful wet dream of his fantasies.
冇氣
It
啦！
was a hellish prison of murderous fluid, determined to drown him. No wonder life crawled out of the sea, desperate to escape the
Go
water.
go go go！
Done.
唉，終
John
於游
had
完啦！
not drowned, but more importantly, he had not quit. Time to hit the weight room.
去呢度
John's muscles bunched and bulged. The time in the gym was already paying off. Fresh from conquering the pool, John felt ready for anything the gym could throw at him, even heavy metal weights. Adrenaline coursed through John's veins, his butthole clenched like a fist.
乜嘢啊？
John was forging himself into the peen he saw on movie screens, bulging and sweat-slicked, hard and shiny. Boom!
Oh, yeah.
John was cocked and loaded.
變成個大隻嘅何 B 仔啦！
Didn't Sam ever get
仲要
out of
跑
breath? The stream of encouragement was exhausting.
哇！
Steady. That's right, John. Like a lover. Or pouring
喂，
gravy.
點樣玩啊？喂，嘟唔到啊！喂，嘟唔到啊？點嘟啊？哇！
John, getting flung from fast-moving objects since preschool.
你哋有冇試過玩跑步機好驚會咁樣嘅情況？
John was getting used to unmarked syringes lying around. That had gotten John's heart rate up and his life expectancy down. John was sweating like a senator on a sex tape.
What?
But he wasn't done. John took a deep breath, clenched,
What?
and pulled.
你都超乎咗我嘅想像啊！而家呢個
John squashed the thought. He'd just have to push harder. John tried to make eye contact with Sam.
哇！呢個咁似我以前讀過嗰篇投稿嘅。
Sam didn't seem to notice John, but John could tell
要做
Sam
60
was
下。
impressed. Even though he still hadn't looked at John, not that it mattered to John, because John was in the zone, deep in the zone.
Out!
With the sound of a deflating truck tire, John's sphincter gave out. Sam congratulated John for trying and told him it was okay to take things slow, as if John was going to quit. Well, he wasn't. John had a mission, and the reunion was getting closer.
佢一定要做嗰隻大隻 B。喂，點樣跑啊？跑唔到啊！上都上唔到去，根本調翻轉嚟跑啊！唔同，係得啦，游水，為咗溝女，什麼都可以做。OK， 哇！得咗 ，OK。work 點樣 work 啊？我 Facebook 嚟嘅，5個禮拜又嚟，成為咗一個點解原來佢隻腳係？我諗起今日有個人 subscribe 咗我，叫 Dick and Boss， 癲㗎呢隻 game， 拍咗完啊真係。繼續，懟啊懟啊懟啊懟啊，蛋白粉啊呢啲 work 啊，呢啲好 typical 男人會覺得咁樣先至溝到女嘅嘢，就係要游水啊，唔係要做多啲運動啊，跟住返工啊，旅行經驗各樣各樣，儲 portfolio 咁樣咯，傻嘅。似嗰啲咧2000年代嗰啲美劇啊，唔係美國電影成日好興嗰啲類似啲蜘蛛俠嗰種咁樣咧，我開始越嚟越壯大啦，變咗肌肉型何 B 仔啦，開始黐孖筋嘅。嗨，灰靈，好耐冇見，喂，做緊乜啊？OK， 食完啦。OK， 繼續做。何 B 佬啊，變成咗變大 J。OK， 瞓覺。係咪夠鐘啦？係咪 review 啦要？你唔好再，我都估到啦。吓？喂，唉，等咗先。唔嚟嘅，我就估到啦。嗱，哦，即係要 over my dead body 嘅。哇，點解咁樣返學嘅？一定係又係發噩夢啊！唔使問阿鬼，點會咁樣返學啊？哇，黐線，點玩啊？喂，唔得啦，點玩啊？ 隻 game 好似陷入痛苦之中啊！大家，衝啊！我就估到啦。喂，行啦，唔好阻住我啦。OK。唔係 ，go through the door on the left。我唔信。啊！On the right. 哇 ！Impress her， 我飆晒手汗啊！救命啊 ！No， 我唔 impressed， 咁會點做？ No one will ever love you。又發惡夢啊！唔使問一個。Oh no！ 估到啦！有6嚿腹肌嘅何 B 仔。
His abs looked like a pack of vacuum-sealed hot dogs. Tasty. Jim had remade John into a sculpted goddess. He was finally everything a peen should be. Successful, travelled, and photogenic. It was time for his morning pre-gym workout.
哇！呀！唔好阻住阿姐出去溝女啊！喂，行啦，唔係開門嘅咩？乜嘢嚟㗎？嗰個咩？treadmill 咩嚟㗎？哇！鬼死我！有冇人知係咩嚟？冇人識英文。喲！打針？係個跑步機。哦。
The reunion invitation caught John's eye.
Go! 哇
He read it again.
Okay.
And again. Stunned. He'd gotten the date wrong. Very wrong. The reunion was tonight.
今晚就要去 reunion 啦。原來佢記錯時間。
He'd have to go alone. They'd all be there, and they'd look at John, and they'd know he was still aloof.
溝唔到女，佢
No, there was still time.
話佢係穿環呢個
John needed a date fast.
扮朋
Had
友
to go out. He'd have to make an impact.
hit the
John
club。
had to dress his best, only better. There had to be someone single and desperately alone in the city. Someone
go.
besides John. He just
哦，
had
嗰啲係嗰啲咩打類固醇，所以咁多針筒。
John went straight to the nearest bar. Sure, it was still early, but he couldn't waste any time. There must be some day drinkers he could pick up.
喂，死開啦！成堆何 B 仔阻住晒啊，姐。
It was a classy place. Even the vomit was high quality.
到未？
The bouncer looked like a hagfish that had taken up lacrosse.
哦，呢邊。其實你唔去咪得咯 ，Ryu 識佢哋咩？ 我未試過。
Much better.
擔月之煙，哇！呢、個碌咁咩嘅，希無省啊，又係擔月之煙着西裝。OK，go go go go。
John stepped into the bar and saw her.
見到佢啦，溝女啦，溝女啦。
Question: What was John's purpose? Her, loving her, being with her, taking her.
每日一兜臭
Their eyes met,
to
and John
go to
knew she
her.
felt the same.
點啊？
Gladys did not feel the same, but John wasn't going to give up on their life together.
佢要即刻溝佢，要即刻溝我，要即刻去乜嘢？咁 E 就係 show off 佢，噴啲錢出嚟 ，pay for drink。
Wow, Gladys was not an amateur when it came
What?
to drinking.
What?
John had to keep up.
要飲酒啊，同佢鬥隊啊！ OK， 再隊再隊，
Gladys was definitely warming up to John.
佢要即刻溝一條女現成啊！去 reu， 喂飲啦，做乜啫？黐孖筋 game， 有黐性何 B 仔係啊！再飲再飲。 飲啦！喂，點樣飲？喂呀，你扭好啲個 pat pat 啦，好唔好啊？哎，嚟啦！OK， 最後啦。
John's bladder was very full. It sloshed audibly as he moved.
我點解咁多屎㗎 ？Go go 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 go！ 點解會有？哦嘔啦，嘔完，嘔飲醉酒，哇好核突，救命！
Holy balls! John has never.
哇！哇！走啊走啊！
John looked around.
走咗啦個女仔，
John cursed his petite bladder.
酒飲。
It was clear the cockpit was on autopilot. Time for John to hit the next bar.
咁個鐘頭溝唔溝到女呢？又擔住支煙。
John's anxiety had sunk under the surface of the beer he'd drunk, while his confidence was floating high. This was the place he'd find love. It was
高級
empty,
吧
except for the bartender. Clearly this bar's only special was unhappy hour. 2 for 1 was a good deal though, and so far the beer had lifted John's spirits. Another 4 would make him feel twice as good. 點啊？溝到女未啊？ A smile that set his heart hammering. He had to impress her.
佢諗住溝個 bartender 定係點？揼啲錢出嚟 ，impress 咗佢啦，俾咗 tips 佢啦。好，溝女溝女。哇！用錢溝女佢。OK。
What was so offensive about offering a big tip in exchange for a date?
Oh no！
John had thought bartenders love tips.
傻嘅
He
佢
needed to
鋼
find a
鐵
better
直
club,
男，
one with a vibe.
以為用錢都要買到女人，係跟住嚇
John
你
was
當我
drawn
咩啊
by？ the pulse of the
跟住
music.
即
It
刻
pulled him forward like a
失敗
moth to a fiery death. John was running out of time to find a date and
Right,
prove
disco,
that he
disco.
wasn't a
何
loser.
B 仔 disco，
dancing, the real way to flirt, the way of
救命救命！嚇有陰 game 何 B 仔陰 game， 盡咗啦！救命！
With booze buzzing round his head, John found himself on the dance floor. Everyone was up close and sweaty. John was exhilarated.
何 B 仔 hit the floor。
Alive. John was working himself up to try a little bump and grind.
飲啖水先。
It was a moment out of a movie. John alone on the dance floor with a gorgeous penis, their sexual chemistry exploding. She moved away, coyly.
溝到女啦
Could tell when
叫做
someone was
coyly
playing hard to get.
show 佢嘅 move，show 個俾唉陰 game 啊！何 B 仔舞蹈大賽。
He let her marinate in the tension before making his move.
喂，咁咩嘅隻 game？ 啲音樂咁寫意閒情。Make your move。
John wasn't taking no for an answer. Some people have no sense of fun, but John was certain the next bar would be different.
好，最後啦係話又唔得
The，next bar
又俾人踢走，去到邊都俾人踢走，廢㗎，
understand why
廢 J，
everyone was so sensitive.
溝唔到女抵啦，
It was
唔
like
明
no
女人
one
心啊
wanted
呢
to have a
啲。
good time. Like no one had a sense of humor. John had meant that as a compliment.
唉，
When did the world get so uptight? John's
無論去
ego
到
was
邊
as bruised as his
都
shot.
俾人拱
He
走。
had to admit it. He'd failed. He was where he belonged, in a creepy murder alley covered in trash. John would have to go through the garbage to get out. Oh, that's gross.
哇佢自己喺度配音，呢個畫面已經唔算最核突啦。頭先嗰啲
But textured.
頭先嗰啲仲核突，呢啲黑色啫嘛，冇乜特別。喂，黑色嗰堆嘢有啲似尋日我哋睇呢
John's
個
misery was sour in his
倩
mouth.
女幽魂嗰
He
堆
needed a drink to wash it down.
嗰堆
There
骨
was
灰
still
鵪。
one bar he hadn't been kicked out of yet. John had cleaned himself up as much as possible. He really needed a mint.
Double Delight 咩嚟噶？喂，撳啦，入錢啦！喂，
John got it in, but he needed more to satisfy the machine.
嚇仲未夠啊？可唔可以對住佢嚟噴啊 ？OK。哎呀！
Nailed it.
點樣？
John let out his anger, his frustration. Life was a shitty joke. It wasn't fair. You want to mess with John?
Press
Do you?
return。點樣 press return？呀，好難操控啊！點樣 return？邊個係 return 啊？有呢個掣嘅咩？邊度有 return？ 有好鬼恐怖嘅 game。唔識撳啊！哦，點樣 ？Miss 嘉你都有睇過人玩呢隻 game。喂，點樣啊？點樣啊？有冇人知做緊乜啊？我唔識啊。夾銀仔係好難練，呢個係夾銀仔咩？我唔知做緊乜，其實我唔知呢部咩嚟嘅。喂，有冇人知？ 乜 keyboard 有一個掣係 return 嘅咩？應該冇㗎啊嘛？唔知。喂，Lu姐，快救！點樣？唔係啊，我撳唔到，我都唔識撳佢。點樣扮過去？哦，撳 Enter。Destroy。
Fuck you, you fucking thing. You had one job.
暴雷怪 Rage 王。哇！做乜寫佢
？Die！
佢死啊！揼爆部機啊！佢唔出嘢出嚟，揼佢。
It's not fair. It's not. It's
癲咗啦！
not,
已經
it's not.
讀 L 真係好恐怖。你睇下，溝唔到女就會發癲噶啦！啲讀 L。
That's how you get what you want.
OK， 攞啦。食。
Menthol.
食，黐線。咩嚟㗎？其實香口膠啊定咩嚟㗎？我都唔識。食晒。
John wanted the strongest drink they had. Rough night? Someone asked John. He hadn't noticed her when he came in, but now he did. It really had been a rough night for John, but he felt a little better that someone cared enough to ask. It was a pity they were only sort of attractive.
點樣 make a move？
But destiny had given John a second chance. John made his move. Unfortunately, according to Alice and to her boyfriend Chadrick, it was the wrong move.
哦，我又俾人揼啦，原來有女。
Chadrick threw John into the alley and followed, making unoriginal but still terrifying threats.
Oh my god!
俾人揼啊！俾佢男朋友揼，溝我條女。
Ouch! Get him, John!
揼佢！人中之龍嚟㗎，而家我要用攞嘢揼佢，嗰啲叫做咩？火爆浪子啊！哇！揼死佢，飆血啊！揼到佢，溝你條女咪溝你條女咯，有咩問題？打暈咗佢啦，已經。黐線。
And there was the proof lying in a bruised, bloody heap.
你哋有冇真係試過同人格劍啊？你哋
to go over there and beat the pre-cum out of those dicks. High school reunion, the perfect time to teach.
佢準備做咩？去殺晒佢班人啊 ！Get out of here！ 鮮血之結盟，你有冇見過有篇文有邊咩考試唔好學佢嘅嗰篇文，叫做咩喜宴啊定唔知咩啊？嗰篇嘢咩入咗去殺晒班人，聞風喪膽喎！而家嗰個走晒。有都唔同我講，好難講。有啲人就係中意話俾人聽佢有。
Every day for years, and now he was going willingly through them, unafraid, fueled by years of unprocessed anger fermented in loneliness. John was back.
哇，好壞啊！食住支煙入去。
The chickens were coming home to roost,
咩料？
and they were
要格劍要貼埋一齊，基本上都唔會。邊個 bully 我？鬼知啊
These were the peanuts he'd grown up with, now with jobs and marriages and beer bellies. John was surprised at
即係佢諗住揾翻嗰堆恰佢嘅人，點知咧
spotted them. John's
嗰堆人
tormentors.
咧，而家個個已經變晒普通人啦，又翻工，又老婆仔女啊，各樣。
Don't let up!
做緊乜啊？而家邊個係我？我都好混亂。
Get in there!
要鮮血之結末啦！而家 no IC 啊！喂，行錯方向啊，老友！喂，起身啊！起身，俾人搏暈咗。唉，
Careful.
OK， 我講粗口啊！而家開始嗰啲人。
Shake off the pain, buddy.
打爆你班人，喂，好難打喎！喂，已經有一個幫我打暈咗啦，原來。Class of 2008，即係幾多歲？08年畢業嘅人。仲有邊個未醒啊？呢個未暈。打爆佢！隔劍。得啦！哎，瞄唔準，瞄唔準。唉，頭破血流。得，打贏啦！
John had won.
好隔劍添。
No one could say John was a loser now.
O 晒嘴。可否試着成熟一點？個個嚟晒。
John's primal joy faded as he saw how the other penises looked at him. Not like a winner, like he was trash.
係，大家都喺度講，你可否試着成熟一點咁樣？走咯，冇人中意我咯，唉，走啦，贏咗場交。
John tumbled down the steps,
又俾人拱出嚟。
on his length and his ego.
走啦
It was her,
喂
Harmony.
，Harmony 啊，翻嚟
She had been at the reunion. She'd
關
seen
心
it
我
all and followed John out to laugh at him more? No, to see if he was all right. Why did that hurt John so much?
你做乜
This
嘢
was
咁
John's
樣
chance
做
to
啊？
ask her.
跟住
Why,
就問
all
佢
those years ago, she'd said to him,
點解你以前
will
我讀
ever
書嘅時候，
love
你同我講冇人會愛
you?"
我
Harmony，stared at John in shock.
跟住 Harmony 話
How did John not know why? Didn't John remember?
你唔
what
記得咗
he'd
你以前做過啲咩啦咩？你唔知點解我嗰時咁樣講咩？我又打到你嘔。你做過啲咩啊？對 Harmony？ 哦 STV 你嚟嘅，又翻返去轉頭啦。到底當年對 Harmony 做咗啲乜嘢，令到佢同佢講話以後都冇人會愛你呢？高高高高高高高高高，點解又嚟嘅？定係我而家已經 fail 咗啊？我係要重打緊啊！而家定係點啊？冇理由㗎，我覺得不是太差，打得。喂，點解又重嘅今次？應該冇問題喎，都去到呢一步咯。哦，好似有啲嘢係唔同咗喎。It's another apple。No apple anymore 啦喎，點算？即係我一定要撞過去。唔係㗎，唔係啊嘛，嗰度得個蜂巢啫喎。唉，食埋佢啦。嗰個都唔係 apple。點樣呢？嗱，當年啦。Harmony， 我哋去街街咯。唔住咩？跟住，你做乜嘢？你又發惡夢啊？暈咗啦，唔使問啦，貴。乜嘢啊？嗌隻 game 點樣啊？咗咁多嘢，到底當年 Harmony 做咗啲乜嘢啊？令到 Harmony 話我以後都冇人愛我呢？我喺回憶入面思考緊，到底當年嘅真相係點樣？我開門啦，白痴！邊一條腸啊？瞓醒未啊？佢瞓咗6個鐘，瞓得耐過我。 點解會變咗
There
呢
was
個
nothing Sam enjoyed
12點鐘啦？
more
原
than
來
fresh air of an early
我仲未
morning,
打完，喂
the
死啦
dew！ sparkling
同
on
啊
the grass,
同
the
啊
music of the
何希
trees,
賢講一講先，
space to think.
就嚟打炮，等一陣先。
Sam stared at the view, peaceful.
咩 ？Maybe 有個人點樣講緊咩嚟？冇懷疑，唔緊要啦。點解會變咗青色嘅？青色嗰隻邊隻？
What was that smell? It made Sam's eye water.
搞咩？搞緊咩？
It was John, passed out and crusted with vomit and regret.
佢而家淨係同天鵝玩。
John was awake and tolerably clean. Sam tried to be gentle and invited John to join him on
哇！我要一條友控制2個何 B 仔，好困難啊！你知唔知原來咧鯊魚咧係有2條何 B 仔㗎？鯊魚係有2條何 B 仔㗎。佢最後同個 Sam 一齊啊！最後係咪啊？
Sam coaxed John along. It was like herding compost.
能成為密友大概點樣 press return？ 睇先，我去咗邊度？我揾唔翻我自己翻嚟啊！哎呀，點算啊？我翻嚟啦，翻嚟啦！點算呢？我翻嚟啦！哦 ，Sam， 哎呀，點算？過去，揾得啦，唐特嘅冷知識係啊！起身未啊？醒咗？瞓起身啦，咪瞓啦！行！哇！我而家係一條鯊魚，我有
John couldn't answer Sam's
2條何
questions
B
yet.
仔。
How had he ended up such a wreck? Sam couldn't resist the tasty treat.
翻去救佢又要啊！呢度呢邊，醒下啦，廢柴！好，咪撳咗咯。啊，多謝 Bridget T， 多謝你嘅 subscribe。究竟點啊？呢隻 game 點先完到？又話個結局好感人嘅，Lu姐，我卡住咗添，而家點算呢？ OK， 點算啊？哇，卡住咗。
Even that bit of senseless destruction couldn't cheer John up.
哇，好難玩啊！而家，救命啊！我好難操控啊！
Sam saw his friend's misery. He suggested they keep going.
我印象中應該呢度差唔多係結局㗎。大吐苦水 ，literally。
John wanted to know something. Why didn't anyone love him? As soon as he said it, he felt like a softie, whining about his feelings.
係啦，大家開始大吐苦水啦。跟住咧，
But Sam didn't make fun of him. Sam asked him to go on. And so John told him the whole story about how hard he'd made himself and how unfair it felt. And
哇，好似用個 pat
everything
pat 嚟行路
he'd
仲
done.
方便啲咯。開始喺度揼波鐘啦，而家。
Saying it out loud, John realized he'd sounded like an asshole. But he'd done everything right. Why didn't he get what he wanted? Why didn't John get love? Wanting someone isn't the same as loving them, said Sam. You'll figure it out, John. But you have to keep
你
trying.
想有啲人同你一齊咧，唔等於咧你係愛某一啲人嘅，你純粹係想有人嚟愛你，想擁有啲嘢啫。啊，喺度傻
How about a
X
bike ride? Sam asked.
咩嚟㗎？你個名初見你好啊！點啊？有啲遠啊，我記咗。
John struggled to get his balance, but Sam told him not to give up. John kept trying.
我都覺得係，你想擁有一個人，唔等於你係你愛一個人。佔有欲同愛係兩樣嘢嚟。衝啊！哇！肥仔跌落去，肥仔一跌落去就連部單車都失去。快啲快啲！又要過呢條馬路拖啊！冇事喎。哇！沒事，哇！有事。哇 ！B 仔成堆 B 仔，何 B 仔之中嘅 B 仔頭先有。John 未飲夠，即係飲完酒咧，未係好醒神，踩單車踩得好慢。Go go go！ 完啦係嘛？完啦係嘛？Okay.
John and Sam stopped and looked at the sunset. For a moment, John let himself be quiet and listen to the world and look at how beautiful it could be.
其實個世界都仲係好靚嘅，只要你唔好計較住一啲你失去咗嘅嘢，你得唔到嘅嘢。
Life can be hard, said Sam, but that doesn't mean we have to be.
人生雖然係好困難，但係我哋可以輕鬆啲去面對。完，呢個就係一個好貌似感人，實際上幾血腥同暴力集於一身嘅何 B 仔故事。好啦，我哋開完呢個台啦，我要同何希賢開呢個同步視聽睇佢嗰個玩 L 完啦，而家玩 L 完啦，睇呢個咩綻放如花，已讀不回死全家呢個名易記啲，其實好啦，我哋收咗呢個台先，多謝晒今日大家睇呢個何 B 仔，如果有人要瞓覺嘅可以去瞓覺啦，我聽日應該未必開早晨台，可能聽日瞓咗，我應該可能瞓咗，未必開早晨台，你哋睇下點啦，到時再算，或者可能我會照開，即係個早晨台嘅時候我未瞓呢，我就應該都係會拿住個電話嚟傾偈咯，雜談咯，係啦，但係就應該唔會點樣讀啊，到時再算啦，雜談啦，總之係啦，聽日早晨台變雜談啦，如果我未瞓或者我瞓醒咗，係就係咁，係聽日一定會好天嘅，你點知㗎？希望在明天啊嘛，冇錯，隻 game 就係咁，快瞓啦你哋，拜拜拜拜。